Hello everybody out on YouTube, this is Michael, the Geek for Life, with another video from the people over at Star Trek Starships, that would be Eaglemoss. This is video number 2, issue number 2. Before I begin with that, I would like to apologize for the quality of issue number 1. I had no idea that the video quality was that blurry. I have no idea why that happened. It doesn't make any sense. The camera, the lighting, everything was the same as it's always been. I have no idea what happened to make it so blurry, so I apologize for that. But moving forward with the Eaglemoss Star Trek Starships Collection, we have, as I said, issue number 2, which is the U.S.S. Enterprise Constitution Class Refit from the first few Star Trek movies. This was actually in the first 3 Star Trek movies. Pull that out here. I have it on stand for right now, but I'm going to take that off. Goes right behind the saucer section there. That's how it hooks in. So this one is also, just like yesterday's, mostly die-cast metal. The warp nacelles there have that translucent blue plastic in it, but everything else appears to be die-cast metal. Some nice detail there. See it head on. Size is comparable to yesterday's. In fact, most of these will be about that size. See on there. Now, it probably doesn't have as much detail because I don't think there was actually as much detail on the movie model as there was for the Enterprise D. So that goes to that. And that will happen for some of these. When you see the ships from the older series, they won't have as much detail because those models simply didn't have as much detail. You can see up here the only lettering is, of course, the ship's name and registry number. And below, just the registry number there. It's actually pretty firm. It's not as fragile as I thought it would be. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't go throwing it around or anything like that. The detailing on it, just as good as the Enterprise D that we saw yesterday. So this is a very good model. They definitely did a good job on this. Glad I have this in my collection. Much like the Enterprise D, this has been a ship that has had a lot of different models made of it. It's one of the hero ships. So undoubtedly a lot of collections have this one, of course. But it was nice to see it in this collection. Actually, they got it out of the way pretty early, issue number 2. So they just went ahead, they got it done, and moved forward. They did save back some of the hero ships for later on. The original U.S.S. Enterprise, not the refit version like this, was actually issue number 50. So it's going to be a while before you see that video from me. Yeah. So, yeah, it's a great model. The detail, I didn't show you the impulse engines. They stuck back there. Yeah, you can see them there. So, very cool. I give this a 5 out of 5 as well. It's an excellent model. Put that over there. And the base is very similar to the Enterprise D. It's in the it positions itself in the center of the platform. You'll have to excuse all the hair on it. I do own cats. But you can see they did label it there so you know which one this base goes to. But of course none of these actually have a label on them, so you have to be careful to keep them with the base. And it does fasten securely. Probably saw from the beginning of the video. If I can manage it this time. There we go. Yeah, it's a nice snug fit. You know, you can see. Yeah, I showed a lot of trust there by putting my hand down like I thought it was going to drop. So yeah, it does hold very securely. It's not a loose fit at all. So this is another 5 out of 5. As far as the magazine, you know, again, I'm not going to read it all to you. The opening is just as it was for the D. Shows you some specs. Shows you how to hook it onto the base and what do you call that thing? The support that holds it up. There you go. Nice beauty shot and a little intro for it. Some of the famous scenes showing it, which of course from the first 3 movies, and you see a nice Wrath of Khan and the Mutara Nebula there. Of course, the famous, or rather infamous, scene in the dry dock, which took, I don't know how long it really took. It was like probably 8 or 10 minutes or something, but it felt like a lot longer. But the nice shot of it there in the dry dock. Of course, some nice side and top view there. Some little details about it. designing the Enterprise refit. Of course, they started with the original and they did some stuff, and I like how it came out. This is actually, for a lot of fans, this is their favorite Enterprise, and it's definitely one of my favorite ships. The design actually was an upgrade from the original one, and so it was really nice to see that they did such a good job with it. A little bit more on the design work. Filming the refit. Let's see. Filming the refit Enterprise for the big screen required a $150,000 model and years of hard work, but the results were worth it. And the answer is yes, they were. And of course, a page showing some of the famous depictions of it, the on-screen appearances, and on the back there, issue number 3, which will of course also be our 3rd video, the Klingon Bird of Prey, which will probably be coming out tomorrow on my channel. I'll be doing, hopefully, I'm going to try to do these one ship a day until I catch up. And believe me, that's going to be a lot right there because I've been collecting these things for almost 3 years. 2 a month plus specials. So, yeah, it's probably going to take me 2 months just to catch up. And it might even take a little longer than that. But once we catch up, then you'll only see them as they actually come to my door. So just bear with me. And if you enjoy these videos, well, then I guess you don't have to bear with me. Oh, there's a nice... on the back cover, shows you the top of the ship. Almost forgot to show that off a little bit. So, this, as I said, is a 5 out of 5. It's a fantastic ship. Oh, the deflector dish is also a plastic. I forgot to show that. But the actual body of the ship is metal. So that's good. And I think this is one of the only Starship sets where it's metal. I don't think there's too many other Star Trek sets out there where the ships are made of metal. Most of them are plastic. So that's another good thing about this set. Anyway, that was issue number 2, the U.S.S. Enterprise Constitution Class Refit. I give it a 5 out of 5, as I have said probably a dozen times in this video. If you like what you saw, hit the like button. If you really like what you saw, hit the subscribe button. Leave a comment if you like. I'll try to get back to you. And I guess that'll do it for today. This is the Geek for Life signing out, and thank you for watching. Sorry, my sugar gliders just woke up. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.